Hello guys, welcome to the JavaScript tutorial, and today we'll discuss about the currying function. So what is currying function? The currying function is a functional technique that translates a function with multiple arguments into a series of functions which take single argument. Okay, means the function does not take all the argument together. Instead of that, it takes them one by one. Okay, I'll just take one example. Suppose this is a function and I'm passing a and b. So this is the function with multiple arguments. So it's just converting into a function with this. Okay, that means this current function takes the first argument and it will return a new function. So the new function will take the second argument and it will return a new function. In that way, it will go until the function call ends. Okay, so we'll take one example with like this function, then I'm telling this multiply. Okay, then multiply means I'm just passing a and b. What we can do, return a and b, right? Then we can call this function. I just do console. Giving 2 and 3. So yeah, so I just create one multiple function which returns a cross b, and in here we can see if I want the multiplication by 2 with different numbers, then what we can see, then I can give 4 or I can pass 5 like that. Then you can see the result, see 6, 8, 10. But in here, like, we are passing the same parameter again and again. With the current function we can avoid this repeating passing the variable again and again. How can you just write a current function? Let's see. Current function means it will return a new function and it will take another argument. Okay, so I'm just creating a function like curry multiplication. Okay, then I'm passing a, then simply I'm just return a function, okay, which will take b. Then I'm returning a cross b. Now I just take c equals to this curry. Then I'm passing 2 because I need a multiplication of 2. Okay, so now this I just call this current function with this. That means it is return a function of this c, right? Let's see what happens. It's now because I'm not passing anything, so b is kind of undefined into 2. That means it's giving undefined, right? So now I'll give 3. Let's see what happens. 6, correct. Now I'll give 4 and although 5. So now I'm giving 4 and 5. Now you can see what is the result right now. See, this is the same result, but I'm not passing 2 again and again. So that's why it's basically reducing the using of repeating variable. So basically we can use the bind method to create the curry function also. Already we have read the bind method in previous session. If you don't understand bind, then please go to the JavaScript playlist and there you can see call apply bind session is there. You can read it out. So the bind method also basically return a new function, right? Let's see how can we create this. Now we'll take an example to create the curry function using bind method. Okay, function bind with curry a comma b, then just return a b. Okay, now if I'll do let d is to bind, then this and a. Now I want a multiplication of 2. That means that's why I pass 2. And the bind, we know it's basically return a new function, right? So the return function has stored into d. Now we can call the d like console.log, then d. Now if I pass 3, you can see what happens. Okay. See 6. I'll just write one comment like bind, then you can differentiate. So bind 6, right? Now I'll pass 4 and 5 also. See, like 6, then 8, then 10. So now we'll discuss about the second program, that is like mul 2 3, then dot 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 till n, then I'm passing one empty function call. So in here we don't know how many arguments will pass. So we can pass n number of arguments and it will give the result of the multiplication of n numbers. Okay. So how can we write that function? Just think about that. So we just created one function that is called mul function, and in that function I just passed one argument a. If we use the curry function concept here, then we'll return a new function, right? Function, then I'm just returning b, then I can pass return a cross b, and if I just console this result, that means multiplication of 2 3 2 then 3, right? Then what happened? It's giving me 6. Now I'm passing 4. Let's see what happened. It is throwing an error. It's showing it's not a function because it this function, so this is basically function call, so there is no function is here because I'm just returning one function, that's all. Okay, so this is the first function call, then this function call is returning a new function where I'm passing this argument, that's all. After that I'm not returning anything. If I have to return anything, then I have to return again the return function c, then return a b c. Now what we can see, it's giving 24, right? And yeah, I have to include this empty return function also. So that means in here I have to check return function d, then if d, then return a, then b, then c, then d, otherwise return a and b and c. We can do like this, right? Because empty means the argument is undefined. 24, right? Now if I'll add 5, 6, and if I add 10 multiplication or 20 multiplication, then I have to write 10 return function or 20. I don't know, like n number of return function I need to write, and it's not possible, right? So we have to think where we can avoid this code. Okay, how can we do that? We can do that by using the recursion concept. Suppose I have written function a. Inside that I'm just calling this function like this. Okay, recursive calling means when a function call him itself, that means it's a recursive. So I just create a function a and I'm calling a function again inside the a function. So when you use the recursive concept, we have to remember it should not create any infinite loop. To break the infinite loop, we have to use such condition so that it will just break the infinite loop and it will give us the result. Okay, that's all. Same concept we can use. So I just given the function name fn. Here what I need to do, I'll just check b is undefined, then return the result I didn't initiate, so I'll just return here, return result a, then I'm giving result here, otherwise the result will be like what, the result cross b. As we have just discussed, we have to use the recursive function call. That means I have to call this function return fn. Okay, so what happened for this empty function call? I check this condition because whenever I'm just calling the empty function means b is undefined. When b is undefined, then just return the result. Okay, so first I'm storing the initial value into the result. Then when I'm returning a function, then the new function is taking 3. Okay, so 3 will come here. Then it will check, okay, 3 is undefined. No, then it will come here again. It will just do the multiplication and it will return a function. So with that function, I will pass again 4. It will check again this condition. If the condition, so this condition is not true, then it will come to here again. It will return the function again. So with that function again I am passing 5. In that way it will check the empty function again. So when it's coming to the empty function, that means b is undefined. So it will give me the result. Like whatever the result I am storing to here, it will give me the result. That means 3, 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So let's see the result. See, it's coming 120, right? Now I'll give just 10 here. Let's see what happens. See, now I'll just add 100 here. Okay, that means we can return the n number of arguments by using this recursive concept and the currying concept. Okay, in here one concept is there, that is like closure. We'll discuss in the next session. Till that, thank you for watching the video. Please do subscribe. We'll meet you in the next session.